What's up, y'all? We are back with another video. As you can tell by the title, we're about to have a little chit chat. It seems like you guys love our marriage relationship chit chat thing, and we're gonna bring back some more things about life. We're definitely not gonna overdo it. Let us know if you guys like these type of videos, so we'll know to put them out. So far, you guys did like the marriage one, and then we'll just continue on doing some videos and then go from there. So
there's some vlogs coming up soon.
Yes, some vlogs coming up soon. Traveling. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you, like we always tell you, like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know what's your favorite part of the video, or let us know what you think about the video, or again, just let us know something about the video. Make sure you turn on your post notifications, so every time we post a video, you'll be notified.
That's very important.
Yes, very important. So,
all right, let's get into it.
Okay then. So my first question is, should kids be allowed to have social media? Now, question, what age? Because kids is kids.
So
like,
wait,
kids could be in high school.
What was the question first?
Should kids be allowed to have a social media account? What age? I did a report in school on if a child is 11 years old, is it okay for them to have a phone? Not social media, but...
I would say, I feel like parents should be interactive with their child with the social media. So, like, basically, if the parents are guiding the child, whether it's from middle school, I feel like middle school is a good time because it's like you're almost coming up on high school, and I feel like parents should be involved with their child to be like, you know, you shouldn't be sending friend requests to people that you don't really know. Like, if they have that guidance, social media could be positive in a way. You know, they can connect with their friends, they can share pictures, different things like that. Like, social media can be fun if people take out the negative aspects of it. So I feel like the middle school, I don't know what age is 7th grade?
7th grade is 12.
No, 12?
13 or 12. 12 or 13.
I feel like 13 is the perfect age.
Because my sister just turned 13, so 12. Because I got out of middle school at 13. 13, 14, because 14.
Oh, 14,
13 or 14. 15, you're in high school. 16, your sweet 16 is always in 10th grade. So, for most people.
So what age do you feel, babe?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how can I answer this question if I don't know what age group. If you're less than 14, I feel like some going into high school, since you're a freshman in high school, since you're introducing yourself into a new genre, I feel like you should always, they should be allowed. I don't know how to put this. This is actually a hard question. Kids can be allowed to have a social media. It's up to the parents to monitor it. Kids is going to do it. You have a lot of sneaky kids, and then again, you have no sneaky kids. It just depends.
It depends on what social media too, because me and Deanna last night, we were watching this YouTuber, and he was talking about the Monkey app. We tried that app, like, I'm like not for it. I'm not for that app. Like, the fact that I could think about us having a child and our child being 7 or 8 years old, and I'm just giving them an iPad thinking they're gonna play games on it. And there's people that's 22, 32 years old talking to my child. Like, I'm not with that.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is when I was younger in middle school, I was on not an app. You know what? I really wasn't on an app until high school. But I feel like kids who have social media who's in middle school, because that's the point in your life where they're growing up and they're hitting their growth spurt and their puberty, all of that is going on. That's the time where you need to monitor. They can have social media, but it's up for you to monitor it. Not monitor it like this, because if you're over controlling, that's going to push your child away. So if anybody who's a parent over here, we're still young, and she probably went through things too, or she did go through things that if you do or constrict your child into a corner, that's going to make them much more sneakier. So when you I'm not saying ease up, and again, everyone is differently, ease up on your child, but again, that goes to show that if you monitor your child, once they're in that that starting period, which is middle school. That's good. Once they leave 8th grade, they're going into high school, and as soon as you know it, they're graduating from high school. So you just have to get them ready in that middle school area, and almost in 9th grade as well in high school, to get them ready in their mentality for what's going on in social media, as we are going up in the years, and social media is not like how it used to be back in the day. We did not have that as far as our mother and our grandparents. They didn't have that. So it's more extensive now. So you definitely have to be careful of that. So whenever we have our kids, I know it's going to be crazy. So it's up to us to teach them about cyberbullying. That goes into effect with cyberbullying, especially on social media. Talking to people, perverts, stuff like that. Like, you have to monitor it. If you don't pay attention to your child, anything could ever happen. Like, anything. I'm not saying it's more likely for them, are prone to have things bad happen to them, but you have to like be there. Like, you can be their friend, but you also got to be their parent at the end of the day. True. So you just have to focus on them. You can't not focus on them. Should children be charged for cyberbullying?
When it comes to cyberbullying, I feel like in the generation that me and Deanna grew up in, it was a little bit different. There were less like committing suicide and suicidal thoughts and children cutting themselves. And just, I feel like the world is like so much more hurtful to kids now. So it's like, when it comes to cyberbullying, I feel like it should be taken more serious than what it was when we were kids, because with all these apps and all this technology, it's like forcing kids to be in this era where they have to live up to their peers. They have to do what their peers do. If their peers have a Twitter, they gotta have a Twitter. Like, they have to constantly compete for this thing. And I feel like sometimes kids can get sucked into that. So it's like, when they're dealing with cyberbullying, I feel like somebody needs to stand account for it. Whether they're charged like criminally, I don't feel like that's the best thing, because they're still kids. I feel like that the child and their parents should have to go through some type of course where they learn, like, and fix their mistakes and actually confront the child and mend whatever it was. Like, was it a disagreement? Was it, this person may not just like each other? Was it a miscommunication? Like, some things can be fixed the smallest way. I don't really feel like charging them would be like the best thing, because they're still kids. Kids make mistakes. Kids make mistakes.
What age kid? Because it depends. Because a high schooler can,
whichever age
you can't take back what you did. Like, I don't feel like some people should be charged into cyberbullying, but I also think they should be penalized for that. If that means grounded, suspension, and some kids don't have that household that is strict or knows how to ground a child, or they just let them do anything. And those are the bullies. Not saying that it can't happen in a nice, strict household, but most of the household that doesn't have,
What do you mean, I would think a 2-parent household?
2 or 1 parent. It could be 2 parent, but I'm saying the parents that aren't, it starts with the parents. Because your kids are a reflection of you. And once your kids is a reflection of you, right? You would think so? Right. So once your kids is a reflection of you, you have to sit here and make the rules and make sure your child does not grow up to be a bully. And if your child is a bully, it's up to you to punish them. I don't think it should go that deep into charging. Now, only cyberbullying can turn into abuse sexually, verbally, of course. And that could possibly go into being charged with the actual misdemeanor or felony, depending on the situation.
Being criminally charged.
Exactly. And it's really, everyone shouldn't have to be charged. It just depends on the situation. Because if there was a teenage boy who was in 10th grade and, say, for instance, he jumped some dudes, or him and a couple of buddies jumped some other dudes or something like that. Like, I feel like that's bullying. That's not, well, you know what? We're talking about cyberbullying. Cyberbullying. If somebody is over here spreading rumors, someone is over here exploiting their sexual photos, that is a penalty, because that's under the law. You can't do that. So, I feel like, some kids should they can be charged. Not saying that they should be charged, but they are up to being charged. And some kids are not in a program, not in a facility, but a program, maybe on house arrest, maybe even expelled from school because of things like this that happens outside the home. Because in our old school, if you fall near the bus stop and the bus stop left, you still get suspended.
Like,
so
I'm a little bit different on this. I believe in more of enriching kids instead of trying to just lock them up and like throw away the key type thing.
That's true.
I'm more for like community service. Make them serve at like a homeless shelter. Make them clean up on the side of the road. That way they actually get time to reflect on, dang, it's a Saturday, all my friends are at the movies, and I'm cleaning up a bridge. Like,
but what if, like, when we were in high school, people were exploiting people sexual photos? If you're in high school and you're doing that to someone on cyber things, on the internet, how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like they shouldn't be charged? How would they be punished for that? Or how would they be reprimanded? Like, it's not fair that they don't get reprimanded for what they did, because they can potentially cause this person to commit suicide, or they can potentially cause this person to do something crazy.
That may be a criminal thing, because I feel like at that point
there's just different things, right?
Yeah, at that point I feel like you're messing with someone's life. Like, if someone were to commit suicide, that family can't get that person back. So you just, in a way, it's like you almost took a life, and like, to put it like that.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Okay, so the next question. Should kids be sentenced to life without parole? I feel like it depends on the situation. My initial answer is no. I don't feel like they should be sentenced to life without parole. They're kids, and some kids can be in a household, some kids you have in this world, anywhere in this earth, that has to deal drugs, that has to do anything that's illegal. And that's how they were raised. That's what whoever influenced them got them to that point. So it's not really their fault, but then again, it's up to them. And some kids don't know what they're doing. Some kids' mental state isn't right because of what they went through in life, because of anything. Some kids aren't mentally in that state of mind where they know what's right from wrong. So I feel like whatever situation it is, we have to take it for what it is. I would have to have examples first. But in this question, I don't believe that kids should have life without parole. I don't feel that they should have to go.
So I feel like, first of all, how can we be called the United States of America if we leave our kids to die? Like, our kids are the future. So with that being said, like, how can I leave a child that's probably broken, that needs counseling, that needs somebody just to pick them up? Because depending on the circumstance, something went wrong somewhere that caused that child to go rob a store, steal some candy, do this, do that. And whether it's the parents, their environment, their mental state, something went wrong. And I feel like everybody deserves a chance to be rehabilitated, whether that's in the form of counseling, whether that's in the form of, if they're a foster child being brought to a new family. Like, everybody deserves a second chance, because not only I just feel like that's right, but that's even like biblically. Like, who are we to judge somebody and just like say they don't deserve a second chance at like a child? Like, somebody that's under the age of 18. Like, I think of stupid stuff that I did. I've stole candy from the store before. Like, and what if somebody just would have threw away the key on me? Like, it's just different things in life that you have to learn lessons by. And I feel like maybe they don't need to have their life taken away from them, but maybe they do need to serve some type of time to be held accountable for what they did, so they know that they can't do that again. But I just don't see them losing their entire life behind that one thing.
And I want to elaborate on this question now that I'm thinking about it. A minority person a young lady named Cynthia Brown, I'm pretty sure everybody is hearing about her because she just had her sentencing, and the judge did not offer her to do they did not offer her parole, or what does it do when you're able to get out the system? Parole. They didn't offer her parole to let her out. She was 15 years old and she killed a man. who was raping her, who was a real estate agent, raping her, prostituting her, all of that things. And she killed him because he threatened her life. He raped her multiple times. He was her pimp, basically. And she killed him. And she was 15 years old. She was sentenced to 20 years. 20 years to life, and they sentenced her to 20 years, I believe. So I feel like that's wrong. She was only 15 years old. She didn't experience life. She was already in the bad predicament with having to be controlled by another person at the age of 15. That's not right. I don't feel like she should have went to jail because of it. Yet she knew what she was doing. Yet she went through what she went through. But I felt like if she already called the police and already notified the police of this before, which she did, if you guys read the story, and they still offered her 20 years because of what this man did, because nobody believed her. It's so messed up. The system is messed up because of, I don't believe that each state should have different laws. I don't believe each county should have different laws. I feel like each state should have laws where it's...
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm
when you said the part about, like, you don't feel like each state should have different laws, that kind of goes back to the government, the way the system is set up as far as like the electoral college, how many people, the population. So at some degree, some laws have to be different in different areas just because of the population.
And I'm okay with that, but when you have somebody wrongfully killing someone, and then you have somebody who wrongfully killing someone, minority versus a Caucasian person, right? Mm-hmm. That a lot of stuff like that, you see the facts in front of you, but then they still don't get charged for it.
That's the truth.
But yet, who's in the system out of this whole entire country of the United States? I don't know about any other country, but most minority people is in the system. The minority people, the Hispanic people, they are the people that are in the system, and they are being criminalized for things that could be minor, such as weed, such as a traffic stop, such as not having insurance. You go to jail for 5 years. Like, these are things that people are putting, like, it's amazing. It's crazy how this world is. Like, it's scary. We're really in our last days. So the next question and last question is, at what age should a juvenile be charged as an adult?
13.
13? What? That question is crazy.
I feel like 13.
Why?
Because
that's middle school.
Because I feel like to a certain degree.
That goes with that question though. Should they be charged? No, sentenced to life without parole. Like, these are kids going into an adult prison at 13 years old. That's crazy. Go ahead, baby.
Like, either between the ages of 13 to like 16, because I feel like at some point, if you're not held responsible for something, you're going to continue to do it. So it's like, I feel like you should be able to make mistakes, but at the same time, what if this is your third robbery and you're only 17 years old? Like, at some point, you're going to have to get it in your head, like, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. And so many people nowadays, they try to appeal to the younger crowd, meaning, like, the parents don't want to be the parent, they want to be their friend. And it's like, that really costs a lot of kids a lot of things, because it's like, I'm not going to say that kids need, like, guidance. They do need guidance, but at the same time, they need somebody that's going to walk them through life, like, not to just tear them down, but pick them up when they have, you know, shortcomings, or they have things that they need help with. It shouldn't just be, you know, oh, they got it. Oh, they 14 now. Like, people can't think like that. Even me at 22 years old, like, I feel like I still need somebody to check on me and be like, you know, are you okay? You know, is there anything going on with you? Like, I feel like that's normal. And I feel like that's going to be for everyone at some point in their life. Everybody needs somebody that can pick them up, lean to, cry to. Like, I feel like that's just normal.
Yeah, that's true too. But I don't feel like anybody under the age of 18 should go 17 and younger. I don't feel like anybody should go be tried as an adult at that age. Sit them in juvenile until they become an adult. Sit them in a special part of the juvenile, create those things, and try them as an adult, especially if it deals with as far as you doing things over and over again. I also feel like kids have to be kids. It's not right for anyone to be be an adult at the age of 17 when you know what you did. Like, it just starts with the household. It starts from your home. It starts from where you grow up. It starts from how you're doing. It starts from what your mom told you not to do and you kept doing it and she did not pop you for it. Like, it starts from there. So that's my answer. Like, the age has to be 18 and up. That's just me. Look, here's my example. You're an adult when you're 18 and you can only drink when you're 21. So why are you trying someone as an adult at the age of 13 when really you're considered as at 18 years old, you're an adult in the system? That's not fair. So
I also feel like too, like, the criminal justice system should be reconformed anyway, because I feel like it should be more rehabilitative versus like this time where it's like they like leave people to die like in solitary confinement, stuff like that. I just feel like there's ways and there's different resources that people aren't using because it costs money, and you know how the government, they want that money. They want the cheapest, easiest thing for them, and that's what they're gonna do. So I feel like sometimes if there was a little bit more effort put into like really making sure our society and the next generation is like ahead or doing what they're supposed to be doing, if the time was put in, I really feel like it would work. But it's too easy for the system to be broken and to just keep having people just go to jail over and over and over again. Or it's a generational curse. It's the mom, then it's the dad, then it's the son, then it's his son, then it's their son. Like, I just feel like it's too easy for it to continue to happen instead of somebody stepping in the first time something happened and be like, no, this cannot continue.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true, and I agree with that too. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Again, thank you so much for the support. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. We cannot be more. We don't even know what to do. What should we do? Y'all comment down below. Let us know also what should we do for 1,000 subscribers, because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Let us know.
Go ahead.
Let us know down below if you guys have any other video things that you would like to see us do. We are in the process of just like recreating our channel, like just trying certain things. Like, we don't want to just appeal to one group of people. Like, I don't want to just, and not to be rude, I really don't want this page to be for kids. Like,
yeah.
So I'm kind of trying to cut out like a lot of the pranks and stuff. If we do a prank, it's genuinely gonna just be a prank. Like, oh my God, I got 3 seconds. Let me hurry up and pull out the camera on not like a stage skit or anything like that. We kind of don't want that type of stuff. So.
Yeah, we don't want that. We love traveling. My year for 2019 is to travel. I really enjoyed traveling. Ever since we went on that cruise this year, I was like so happy. Like, that was like the best cruise ever. I get to experience different things. That was my first time literally out of the country. So it was very good. I loved it. I want to travel more. I want to go see some snow on the mountains next year, but we don't know yet. So we'll see. We also have a great trip coming up in August of next year. So I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. And as we always tell you guys, thank you for watching this video. And Christmas is in a week. So I hope you guys are getting ready, because we are.